Aries, this week asks you to notice the difference between wanting something intensely and choosing something with your whole self. Those are not always the same thing. Desire can be immediate. Choice is deeper. Desire can pull you toward whatever is vivid, exciting, urgent, or emotionally charged. Choice asks a harder question: does this match the person you are trying to become? There is no verified astrological event supplied for this week, so the message does not need to be forced into a cosmic timetable. The tarot is enough. Let this reading be about your inner alignment rather than external timing. Your card is the Lovers, and for Aries, that card is less about romance than about coherence. It is the moment when instinct, values, and action either come together or reveal that they are moving in different directions. The Lovers can point to connection, intimacy, attraction, partnership, and meaningful bonds. But underneath all of that is the theme of choice. This card asks whether your decisions are being made from alignment or from fragmentation. You can say yes because you are excited, because you are afraid to miss out, because someone expects it, because you want immediate relief, or because it genuinely reflects your values. The outside action may look identical. The inner reason changes everything. Your central thesis this week is simple: not every strong feeling deserves a commitment. Some feelings are information. Some are invitations. Some are pressure. Your task is to identify which is which. In love, the Lovers can bring your attention to honesty. If you are in a relationship, notice where harmony is real and where it is being maintained by avoidance. You may be tempted to move quickly because you want certainty. Instead, ask whether the relationship allows both people to be fully present without performing. A healthy bond should not require you to abandon your pace, your truth, or your boundaries in order to keep the connection alive. If you are single, attraction may feel powerful, but chemistry is not the only data point. Watch how someone handles consistency, respect, communication, and choice. The question is not just whether you want them. It is whether the version of you that appears around them is a version you trust. At work, this card may reveal a decision that appears practical but is actually personal. A project, collaboration, opportunity, or responsibility could ask for more than your time. It may ask for your endorsement, your energy, your name, or your identity. Aries often knows how to move first and solve problems in motion. This week, give yourself permission to define the standard before you accelerate. If an opportunity requires you to become smaller, quieter, less honest, or chronically resentful, the cost matters. Alignment is not passivity. It is strategic clarity. With money, the Lovers asks you to examine values in material form. Spending is sometimes emotional voting. Saving is sometimes emotional voting. Even earning can become a reflection of what you tolerate, prioritize, or avoid. Look at one financial choice this week and ask what value it is serving. Is it buying freedom, status, comfort, validation, security, convenience, or distraction? None of those answers are automatically wrong. The point is to know what you are choosing instead of pretending the decision is neutral. In health and energy, The card asks for cooperation between body and will. You may be used to commanding yourself through fatigue, stress, or inconsistency. But a sustainable routine is not built by winning a fight against your body every day. Notice which habits create a sense of partnership with yourself. Maybe that means adjusting intensity, protecting sleep, eating before you become depleted, or allowing recovery without turning it into guilt. Your body is not an obstacle to your goals. It is one of the voices in the decision. Wednesday is about identifying the choice beneath the choice. Something may appear to be about scheduling, communication, or logistics, but there could be a deeper value conflict underneath it. Before deciding, ask what each option asks you to become. Thursday is about honesty and connection. Pay attention to any moment when you are tempted to say what will keep things smooth instead of what is actually true. You do not need to create conflict, but you do need to stop outsourcing your decisions to other people's reactions. Friday is about desire. Let yourself want what you want without immediately turning the desire into a plan. This is important. Wanting can be clean and informative when you do not force it to become a commitment on the same day. Saturday is about standards. Review one area where you have been accepting mixed signals, inconsistent effort, or a compromise that no longer feels mutual. Instead of asking whether you can tolerate it, ask whether it represents the kind of life you are building. Sunday is about integration. Give yourself time away from noise. The lovers often becomes clearer when competing influences quiet down. You may discover that what seemed like indecision was actually too many outside voices speaking at once. Monday is about action. Once you know what aligns, make one visible move. Send the message. Decline the invitation. Accept the responsibility. Cancel the thing that keeps pulling you out of integrity. The action does not need to be dramatic. It needs to be congruent. Tuesday is about commitment. Look back at the week and name the choice you are willing to stand behind even if it does not produce immediate applause. That is the kind of decision that strengthens self-trust. Your first journal prompt is, where am I confusing intensity with alignment? Your second journal prompt is, what choice would I make if I were not trying to manage someone else's disappointment? Your third journal prompt is, which value do I want my decisions to prove this week? For your weekly guidance, use what I want to call the two-column vow. Take one page and divide it in half. On the left, write 3 things you feel strongly pulled toward right now. On the right, write the value each one would require you to honor if you chose it. Then circle only the option where your desire and your value actually match. Do not choose the loudest option. Choose the one that leaves you feeling more internally unified after the excitement wears off. Your assignment is to make one concrete decision from that circled choice before the week ends. The deeper medicine of the lovers for Aries is that real freedom is not doing everything you feel. Real freedom is being able to choose without betraying yourself. You do not need to become less passionate. You do not need to hesitate forever. You simply need to let your values stand beside your instincts before you move. There may be moments when alignment feels slower than impulse. That is okay. slower does not mean weaker. A choice made from clarity can save you from weeks of correction later. A boundary chosen from self-respect can prevent resentment. A yes that includes your whole self can carry more energy than 10 impulsive yes made because you were afraid of losing momentum. There is another layer to this card for you. The Lovers can expose the places where you have been trying to keep incompatible promises alive at the same time. You may want complete independence and complete reassurance. You may want freedom from obligation while also wanting the rewards of commitment. You may want to protect everyone's feelings while also wanting the relief of total honesty. These tensions are human, but they become exhausting when you refuse to name them. Alignment does not require you to become simple. It requires you to become conscious of the trade-offs you are making. Pay attention to the emotional aftertaste of your decisions. A choice made from alignment may still be difficult, but it usually creates a certain steadiness afterward. A choice made from pressure may bring temporary relief and then leave irritation, defensiveness, or the urge to justify yourself. That aftertaste is useful information. It can show you where your outer yes was disconnected from your inner no. Also notice where you are waiting for another person to make the decision for you. Sometimes Aries prefers an external obstacle to an internal choice because then you do not have to be the one who disappoints someone. The Lovers asks you to own your agency. You can be kind without being ambiguous. You can be compassionate without offering access you do not want to give. You can change your mind without turning that change into a moral failure. This is especially important when two good options are competing. Not every difficult choice has a villain. Sometimes both paths have value, and the decision becomes a question of timing, capacity, and identity. In those moments, stop asking which option is objectively best. Ask which option belongs to the life you are actively building now. That question can be much cleaner. Finally, remember that commitment is not only about choosing something once. It is about repeatedly choosing how you will relate to what you chose. If you say yes to a relationship, a goal, a role, or a standard, let your daily behavior support it. If you say no, let the no create actual space rather than leaving a hidden door open because you are afraid of finality. Your self-trust grows when your actions stop contradicting your declared values. Your affirmation this week is, I choose what strengthens my integrity, my energy, and my future. Carry that with you through August 18th. Subscribe so your next weekly reading is waiting for you. Trust the timing. The stars have spoken.